Hour of Freedom by Deborah J. Reeves. And we're moving on to chapter 30, The Witnesses. As soon as you find your comfortable seat and leave your burdens outside the door. Come on in. We're going to start chapter 30, The Witnesses. As always, all the rights to both the book and my presentation of it are reserved. We'll begin. "We will call in first-hand witnesses," said the nervous schoolmaster. Philippe found a way to be first in line to tell what he had seen. "It's simple, headmaster," he said. "Damien criminally assaulted Marie in the hallway, and before any one of us could step in to support her, she dealt with the bully herself. The clear fact is that Damien underestimated who he was bullying, and she protected herself, as is her right." Damien's father gulped and demanded another witness. The next witness was one of Damien's own gang. The situation was far too simple to permit lies to prevail. When the headmaster asked the thug what had happened, he maintained that Marie had almost killed Damien. Upon further questioning, he said that Marie was a tease who always said no. Upon further questioning, he admitted that yes, Damien had put his hand under her sweater, but who did she think she was anyway? At that point, Damien's father said that he would be satisfied with a letter of reprimand in Marie's file. Aki spoke softly, and he said, "I won't be. If you start punishing the victims of assault for defending themselves, I will withdraw my niece from this school, which will clearly be nothing more than an edifice of corruption. I will press criminal charges against Damien." Damien's father had not seen that coming. "Aki," he sputtered, "there is no need for such extremes. Why would you destroy a young man's life for a youthful indiscretion?" It was then that they all saw the full force of Aki Palmade's personality. "I will tell you why. A moment ago you were happy to destroy the life of a young woman worth 50 of your criminal entitled sons. You had no regard for her or for her future, and that means you have no regard for me either. You are messing with me now. I will tear you to the ground if you want this battle. I will beat you financially, and I will not stop until you are bankrupt. I will discredit you and all who support you by ensuring that everyone hears what you have attempted here and what your son did." Turning to the headmaster, he said, "I sent my niece here in the belief that she will be safe and not accosted in the hallways. If you cannot provide a safe environment for her, preferring far larger, far less intelligent, far less worthy spawn of unworthy men, I will use my influence to close this place. That is not a threat, it is a promise." With that, he stood and walked from the room to his awaiting town car. Marie was home before Aki was. Paulette met her at the door in a rage. "You are not in the backwoods of Canada, mademoiselle. You are in France, where the women know their place." Marie was surprised that Paulette knew anything about the incident. She had been upset at first, but she went on to a class, and she just tried to put it all behind her. Marie felt certain that Paulette must not understand what had happened, so she tried to explain. "Aunt Paulette," she said, and she watched the woman wince at the title, "Damien Dumande put his hand up my sweater in the hallway of the school, and I just defended myself." "Oh, well, you must have led him on," Paulette barked. Now Marie was starting to get angry. "I had not seen him all week. He blocked my way in the hallway, and he accosted me in front of the students of the school." Don't you know who he is? Don't you know who his father and mother are? So you are telling me that the bastard child of a whore is too good for him? Uncle Aki came through the door in time to hear that last statement, and neither of the women noticed him. Yes, said Marie, very softly with grit in her voice. I know who they are. But more importantly, I know who I am. I am the child of a young woman who endured more horrors than you can imagine while you were enabling and cavorting with Nazis. I am the child of that young woman and of a young couple who risked their lives and resources to care for a child with no one because they had decency within them. I am the child who has the love and devotion of my brother, in whom you seem improperly interested. I am the niece of my Uncle Aki, who seems to have the same decency within him that my mother had when she was dying and when she asked the doctor to tell me that she loved me and that my parents were her choice to raise me. I know who I am. That is the most important thing. In case you have forgotten, dear Aunt Paulette, I come from Canada, where women know their strength and their worth. Well, on that note, we're going to see the end of chapter 30, The Witnesses, and I hope you'll come back for chapter 31, which is called Taking Sides. Until I see you again, I remain your friend, Deborah Reeves.